getting aboard Axis, an incredible expedition ship. Absolutely astounding what this vessel is capable of. We have Dylan from Axis, who has been gracious enough to offer to take us through. We're going to do that now.
Awesome. Come aboard. So we are a support vessel. We've got currently 11 crew on board. Our main operations at the minute are we're part of a treasure hunting fleet. Based out of the Bahamas, and that's what we do. We've got sub-ops that we do, but predominantly diving. We're spending up to almost 5 hours under the water at a time in search of a Spanish galleon, and yeah, that's what we've got going on.
And you want to tell our viewership exactly where you're searching for this? No, I'm just kidding. That is very cool, and what an incredible boat. This, tell us a little bit about this massive crane.
So the crane can hold almost 16 ton. This sub over here is about 6 ton. This one right over here, and yeah, it goes down to maximum depth of 1,000 meters, which in feet is almost 3,300.
Yeah.
Every year we do a survey on it. Some of the crew were lucky enough to do the deep dive survey this year, which was really cool.
Yeah, it doesn't get any cooler than this.
No. The things that you see down there are absolutely incredible, considering not many people actually get to experience that.
Sure.
Yeah. So through here, this is our garage. It used to hold an Icon airplane, but it's now been converted into sort of like a crew chill hangout area. So if we got nice game day going on, or football or rugby is going on, we'll sit around here and watch this. We've got a Category 4 storm shutter on the back over there that comes down. So when that's down and it's a hot day out on the dive site, this place becomes the nice refrigeration spot for the crew just to cool off in between our dives while we decompress. Yeah. Got our famous ice cream machine over here.
The ice cream machine.
Yeah. Keeps a smile on everyone's faces out on hot sunny days.
Searching for Spanish galleons, eating ice cream.
Yeah.
Your life is rough, my friend.
No, it's awesome. I mean, we've got the chef and some of the deck crew that get involved, mixing up different flavors. So it's really, really cool. Yeah. And come through this way. We'll head up to the bridge. So it's actually, it reminds me of a bit of a spaceship up here, which I think this is the coolest part of the vessel for me.
Oh yeah.
It's a bit Star Trek-y.
Yeah, it is. Just looking for Spock to say something. This is just spectacular.
I mean, back here, it's switched off at the minute, but back here we got a full touchscreen computer that interlinks with the navigational systems. So we can do all our chart plotting and everything from back here. Monitor all the CCTV. I mean, if we having a little bit of a down day, we have a capability of throwing up a movie or connecting it to the satellite, you know.
Yeah. What year is this? When was
so this was built in 2016. Okay. So Damen, coming from the Netherlands, really, really good boat, steel hull. Yeah, nice. So essentially we got 3 decks on board with 7 cabins. 4 of the cabins originally being commissioned for crew, but given our crew numbers at the minute, we've actually have crew staying in another 2 of those cabins. So we've got 1 spare cabin which we currently use for when our sub pilot comes on board, and then he stays on there, or if we've got extra security or whoever else.
And are you active in a mission right now?
Not currently. The season's just ended for us.
Sure.
Our season works from a little bit from March till October usually because of the hurricanes. So where we dive during the hurricane season because when the weather's good, it's incredible. When it's bad, we just head into port.
Sure.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that there's much that the ship couldn't take, but
Yeah.
probably a good idea anyway.
Yeah, because she's an axe bow too. Riding through bad weather's no issue at all.
Sure.
You know, she just cuts straight through it as opposed to other vessels. You know, they catch the water and have a lot of bounce and through the water. We don't have much of that.
And I imagine this is always out like this.
More or less. We've got more snacks there usually. Yeah, so this is the main salon and galley. This is where the chef does his wonders for the crew. Again, awesome TV in here. Evenings get the Netflix up, or you know, if there's a fight night on or something, crew tends to gather around here.
This is just breathtaking. This is absolutely incredible.
Oh, yeah, man. So yeah, back through here, we got a 4-man cabin, which is essentially could be a guest cabin. But yeah, with our crew numbers, we got 3 of the boys staying in here, and then yeah, it's a little bit tight, but the boys make it work. Through here, we've got 2 cabins up forward over here. These are guest cabins. Both cabins are mirror images of each other, so they got 2 double beds with a Pullman and a head in there.
Huge head.
Yeah. Yeah, so with us being a support vessel, one of our biggest things is, which we'll get to shortly, is our fuel holding capacity. We're able to hold almost 57,000 gallons of diesel on board.
What is your range?
About 5,000 nautical miles, depending on what speed we're doing. Average cruising, we're doing about 18 knots. You know, that's our sort of standard, what we work our fuel off. We're burning between 300 and 350 gallons an hour on all 4 engines running. So we've got four 1,500 horsepower Caterpillars and 3 generators on board to power up our nice crane outside.
Just astounding.
So this, coming down this way, this takes us through towards the actual crew area. So up forward over here, we've got 3 crew cabins. Forward of that, we've got the bow thruster room. We've got the captain/engineer's cabin over here, and then this is the nice crew mess. I'll go through this way towards the engine room. So just over here on the port side, we've got a massive walk-in freezer. So essentially, if we do our provisions correctly, we're able to stay out at sea for quite a while. And as we make our way down here, so this is technically the engine control room. If you look on both port and starboard side, all these hatches, this is where our fuel tanks are. So they go all the way from here back to just where the engine room starts, really. And this is where we hold our 57,000 gallons. These are hydraulic crane pumps, and these are cooling systems for all the AC on board that keeps us nice and cold. Over here we've got our, you'll see as we enter the engine room, there's a lot of fans situated all around. And that's because of once all 4 engines are running with the generators, it gets so hot in here, the air needs to circulate, be brought in and extracted. It gets a lot warmer in here than it does on any other vessel I've worked on. So as we get through here, you can see our 4 massive Caterpillar engines. We've got our bilge and fire pump set up right over here. Our separator plants. One of our first of 3 generators right over here. And I mean, just for size comparison, it's pretty big. You know?
This is astounding, and it's just so massive.
Yeah,
You've got
yeah.
working on it.
Well, that's the thing, you know, like once we start up our engines,
Yeah.
pretty much every marina, and especially if they're more quiet, people are waking up, you know, which is, it's a cool feeling.
Yeah.
It's a really cool feeling. Here's the other 2 gens. And I mean, the engineers take great care of this engine, and you can see it's absolutely incredible.
With 1 engineer.
We got 1 engineer, but they work on rotation systems. Yeah. So coming back over here, there's our dive compressor, which fills. We've got about 15 cylinders on board for diving. We've got 6 banks just behind you underneath over there. And then when we have our other tenders on board, one of the cradles has another set of banks on there for the oxygen on the submarine. Through here in the back here, it's a bit tight, but this is where we keep all of our gasoline. We've got about 1,000 something gallons that's in here completely inside there, yeah. And then as we make our way out on the stern over here and back onto the main deck, you'll see that we actually have the capabilities of removing all these stern rails, as we do have a heli pad on board. You know, for if needed, we could have a helicopter land, do a touch and go.
Sure. Now this is,
Yeah.
don't know if we're picking it up, but this is absolutely massive, this deck. Okay.
Do you want to have a walk up there?
Yeah, let's take a walk.
Yeah. So yeah, just below the crane over here, we've got another fridge. So we've got these fridge units inside the garage. We've got this one where our chef keeps his like sort of vegetables and fruits and stuff.
Sure.
Sort of dairy and meats before prepping and stuff all stays in there.
What's the longest you've stayed out?
It's all weather dependent.
Sure.
But you know, essentially if the weather was good, we could stay out for a good while. Us being a support vessel, that's mainly when we do pick up our provisions. That's what happens. Those provisions get taken straight to the island or get spread amongst the rest of the fleet.
Sure.
So up here, we've got the capability of, we've got a screen with a projector that can shine across over here. So we can watch movies or film up here, which is pretty cool. And then if we walk our way around, which is also like, you know, this being back to sort of the bow area, I think this is really cool. It's almost like a battleship, how the bridge has been designed.
Obviously, the windows are angled for weather.
Yeah. So it sort of like deflects the water because,
Sure.
So with the axe bow, the water isn't deflected away from the hull, so it does actually come up on, and we do get some spray, but the way that the bridge has been designed, we actually don't get that much, which is really cool.
Yeah, what an incredible ship. The ground tackle.
Thank you very much, Rick.
Oh, Dylan,
Thanks for
thank
coming.
you. I can't thank you enough for getting us aboard Axis. This is absolutely spectacular.
Only a
ship.
pleasure. Thanks for coming. Great
Yeah,
meeting you, man.
In my next life, I want to come back as you with this. What fun. Let Dylan know what you think. Let us know what you think in the comments. We'll have links to some more information
Awesome.
on Access and some of their activities. And we will look forward to seeing you in the next video. But again, Dylan, I can't thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Rick. Thank you. Keep on.